Hello, I am Barbara O'Neill. Nerve damage is a growing concern for many people today, with causes ranging from poor diet and lifestyle choices to chronic diseases and aging. Thankfully, the human body is remarkable in its ability to repair and rejuvenate itself when given the right tools. Vitamins play a vital role in this healing process, and today we will dive into the 7 most incredible vitamins that help reduce nerve damage. From improving nerve function to protecting your brain and spinal cord, these nutrients are essential for your body's optimal performance. Join me as I explore these life-changing vitamins and how they can empower you to take control of your health. And as a special thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book. First, let's look at vitamin B. A group of essential nutrients plays a crucial role in maintaining nerve health and repairing damage caused by deficiencies.
It is the fibre content or the fibre part of most of your grains where you'll find your B vitamins, essential vitamins. Protein is essential. You see, 50% of the membrane around every cell in the body is protein. In our last lecture, we looked at the DNA, we looked at the crossword bands that are made up of amino acids, a breakdown from the protein that you eat. We looked at the new cell being made from amino acids, which is the breakdown from the protein that we eat. That's a pretty important part. In fact, you take all the water away, protein is the most abundant substance in the body. 50% of the membrane around every cell in the body is fat. Fat is an essential nutrient. This is true for every membrane, even the membrane around the nucleus, the membrane around the Krebs cycle, all 50% fat, except for the brain. The membrane around the brain cell is 70% fat. Whew, that makes it pretty important. Our sex hormones are a breakdown from the fat. Our stress hormones are also a breakdown from fat. That makes fat pretty important. At a later date, I'm going to look at fats and I'm going to define fats, because there are fats that are dangerous and there are fats that are healing. But because there are dangerous fats, sadly, all fats have been lumped into the one basket. But as the nutrition world is starting to see, and as all these authors I just quoted to you show, fat is essential. Your fat-soluble vitamins cannot be accessed unless you're eating them with fat. The non-essential might surprise you. The non-essential food group is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not bad. What a relief. We certainly like these foods. Carbohydrates are not bad. Carbohydrates are not even dangerous. No. It's only when they are refined and overdone that the danger arises. Because with the refined carbohydrates and the overdone carbohydrates causing the body to store it as fat, this is fat build up on the internal organs. This is fat build up on the inactive parts of the body. Because your carbohydrates are your non-essential, and in the Catalyst program, Fat or Fiction, there was a professor there who said, let me make it very, very clear, you can live without it. But as the non-essential, that's your negotiating part of your food. Don't negotiate your fibre, protein and fat. They're essential. It's the carbohydrates that are the negotiating part. And the negotiations change depending on your age, depending on your height, depending on your size, depending on your fitness, depending on your physical, mental output through the day. So the other part where negotiations is a very important part with carbohydrates is health status.
Vitamin B is essential for our body, especially when it comes to nerve health. The B complex family comprises several vitamins, each playing a unique role in protecting and repairing the nervous system. B vitamins also play a pivotal role in energy production, which is vital for nerve function. Our nerves require a steady energy supply to transmit signals effectively, and without sufficient B vitamins, this energy production slows, leading to fatigue and weakened nerve responses. Deficiencies in any of these vitamins can disrupt this balance, highlighting the importance of consuming them together. Incorporating a variety of B vitamins into your daily diet ensures comprehensive nerve protection. They not only repair damaged nerves, but also prevent further degeneration. A balanced diet with diverse food sources is the best way to support your body's vitamin B needs. Next, we have vitamin C as a powerful antioxidant that shields nerves from damage and plays a vital role in collagen production for nerve repair.
Antioxidants have a nickname. They're called free radical scavengers. Your most potent antioxidants are beta-carotene. And beta-carotene is found in all your orange and your red coloured vegetables. That's why at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, every juice we serve is either red or orange or green, high in beta-carotenes. The most famous antioxidant is vitamin C. Vitamin C is known as ascorbic acid. And vitamin C, as ascorbic acid, is a potent antioxidant. It has a lot of extra electrons to balance out the free radicals. But ascorbic acid by itself, once it has balanced out all the free radicals, it itself can become a free radical. But in nature, ascorbic acid is found with bioflavonoids. And research now shows that the bioflavonoids are continually feeding extra electrons to the ascorbic acid to protect it from becoming a free radical. Bottom line is, when you buy vitamin C, make sure your ascorbic acid has bioflavonoids with it.
Vitamin C is not only a protector, but also a catalyst for healing. One of its most significant roles is in regenerating other antioxidants, such as vitamin E. This means that vitamin C enhances the overall antioxidant capacity of your body, creating a protective network for your nervous system. Moreover, vitamin C boosts immune function, which is indirectly crucial for nerve health. Infections and illnesses can exacerbate nerve damage or delay healing. By strengthening the immune system, vitamin C ensures that the body remains resilient against such threats. Rich dietary sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, kiwi, and broccoli. It's important to note that vitamin C is water-soluble, meaning the body cannot store it. This underscores the need for a consistent daily intake through diet or supplementation. Incorporating vitamin C into your diet not only supports your nerves, but also improves your overall health. A glass of fresh orange juice or a handful of strawberries every day can make a world of difference. Remember, when your nerves are under stress, vitamin C is one of the first nutrients they'll rely on for repair and recovery. Vitamin E is another essential nutrient, offering potent antioxidant properties and supporting nerve membrane repair and overall neurological health.
There is one more antioxidants, it's vitamin E. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin, and at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, on the juicing days, we serve protein drinks to our guests, and that is where they'll find their vitamin E. Within 36 hours of starting a detox program, phase 2 kicks in. So phase 2 takes this highly toxic, highly volatile metabolite and joins it together with amino acids. The union of this highly toxic metabolite and the amino acids creates the water-soluble state. As a water-soluble state, it can be easily released out of the body, and its symbol is a wave in a box.
Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin and one of the most potent antioxidants for nerve health. It plays a vital role in protecting nerve cells from oxidative stress by neutralizing free radicals, which can damage the delicate myelin sheath surrounding nerves. This sheath is crucial for transmitting electrical signals efficiently. Without adequate vitamin E, nerves become vulnerable to degeneration, which can lead to conditions like peripheral neuropathy or muscle weakness. Supplementing with vitamin E may be beneficial in cases of severe deficiency or when recovering from nerve-related conditions. However, it's essential to focus on natural food sources for the best absorption. Avocados, peanuts, and hazelnuts are other great options to boost your vitamin E intake. Incorporating vitamin E-rich foods into your daily routine is a simple yet effective way to protect your nerves and ensure they remain healthy for years to come. A handful of nuts or a serving of spinach each day can make a significant difference. Vitamin D is next, which not only supports bone health, but also regulates calcium and promotes nerve growth, ensuring proper nervous system function.
What about calcium? It cannot get into the cell by itself. It needs vitamin D. When vitamin D is present, calcium can be pulled inside the cell, and when it comes into the cell, all the other minerals piggyback on the back of it. What about glucose? Glucose can't get into the cell by itself. It needs insulin. Insulin's the key that unlocks the door to allow the glucose inside the cell. How many people today are sick through ignorance? How many people are not drinking water because their feet swell or they're visiting the little house? If you have that little bit of magnesium in the form of the Celtic salt 3 times a day, the water will get into the cell and the feet won't swell, and the person's not visiting the little house quite as much. But how many do not realise that? So they're not drinking enough water, they're not having the whole salt, and the highest source of magnesium in the vegetable kingdom is your dark greens. They're not in the sunshine because many Aussies are scared of the sun today. One lady told me that every time she goes out to put the clothes on the line, she has a hat on, sunglasses, white gloves, so the sun's not even touching her. So many people are vitamin D deficient. As a result, calcium and mineral deficient. Do you remember on our first lecture I showed you that a lot of research is showing that 92% of DNA damage is from the mineral deficiency. Is it because of the calcium deficiency? Because of the vitamin D deficiency. That's why the detective hat has to go on. Why are these things so? So many people are low in vitamin D, thus low in the minerals. Many have been given the wrong message on fat. They've stopped the fat, so they're hungry all day, so they're overdoing the carbohydrates, which overworks the pancreas. The pancreas getting weary, stops producing the insulin, and the glucose can't get in. Can you see this scenario? Water can't get in, minerals can't get in, glucose can't get in, and when you think about it, this is the CBD, this is the central business district of the whole of the human body, inside the cell. The body says, we've got a crisis here. We can't get the basic nutrients and requirements for this CBD to function in. So the body says, we've got one more thing up our sleeve. We'll just force it in. What's that called? Blood pressure. That's what blood pressure is. It's a pressure building up to force these things in the cell because we're at a crisis level. So what is the cause of high blood pressure? There are many causes. But let me write this down for you so you can put it together. High blood pressure. And with some people, it'll be every one of these points. And with some people, it won't be. That's why the detective hat has to be put on. High blood pressure can be caused by dehydration. In dehydration, little capillary networks shut down to try and conserve full blood volume. That builds up pressure. High blood pressure can be caused by no salt. High blood pressure can be caused by table salt. High blood pressure can be caused by no greens, no magnesium, water can't get in. High blood pressure can be caused by no sun, no vitamin D, minerals can't get in. High blood pressure can be caused because of inactivity. When you exercise, you get the circulation of the blood out of the internal organs or areas of the body and out to the extremity, which takes pressure off the heart. High blood pressure can be caused because of a high sugar, high carbohydrate diet. We'll say high sugar, high wheat. Earlier in the week I showed you how this wheat is getting that blood sugar level up too high, wearing out the pancreas. It can be caused because of a no-fat diet with probably small amounts of margarine, and of course no fat is referring nothing at all. No fat, we'll say, or margarine. Wow. You see, there's more to high blood pressure than meets the eye. High blood pressure can be caused of constant distress. I don't say stress because everyone has a bit of stress in their life, and one man said to me, "I love stress, it keeps me working hard. I get heaps done." So then I had to define distress. Constant distress is wearing for the body. That's why if there's constant distress, you have to find out why and what can be done to alleviate that.
Vitamin D is essential for nerve health, as it plays a key role in the absorption of calcium, a mineral critical for nerve signalling. Without sufficient vitamin D, calcium cannot enter nerve cells effectively, disrupting communication between them. This deficiency often leads to nerve pain, muscle spasms, and even long-term damage. Sun exposure is the most natural way to obtain vitamin D. Spending 15 to 20 minutes in sunlight daily can help your body produce this vitamin. However, dietary sources such as fortified plant-based milk, mushrooms exposed to sunlight, and fatty fish like salmon can also help maintain optimal levels. Incorporating vitamin D into your routine is vital for nerve health. Whether through sunlight, food, or supplementation, ensuring adequate levels can prevent damage, promote repair, and enhance overall well-being. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin, boosts blood flow and energy production in nerves, supporting their repair and reducing inflammation effectively.
Today are treating mental illnesses with nutrition, and they're using vitamin B3. That's nicotinic acid, and some doctors are using up to 10,000 milligrams of nicotinic acid. That's not forever. This is until we control the situation. Lack of minerals. And your island is surrounded by the best minerals in that seawater, but you don't have to drink it. Just put a little bit in your cooking. 1 cup equals 1 teaspoon of salt. Greens, dark green leafy vegetables. Your calcium and your magnesium particularly are used by the brain. And caffeine leaches the calcium and magnesium. Sugar leaches the calcium and magnesium. Do you know the devil takes minds down through deception? Isn't that right? Lack of progesterone. Last night we looked at the hormones. And the contraceptive pill, chemicals, plastics are displacing progesterone. It's called the happy hormone. We're looking at what causes the chemical imbalance. Excess pain is debilitating. If someone's in pain, you've got to find out why. Do a hydrotherapy treatment, maybe a poultice. maybe a chiropractic adjustment. You've got to find out why the pain is there. Excess food. You know, poor old stomachs are having too much food put in, or they're having them food put in all day long. And we're not cows that have got 5 stomachs, we've got 1. Huh? Put the food in and leave it alone. It'll take about 3.5 to 4 hours to digest. What about the children? They've got the same stomach. And you know, children will say they're hungry when they're bored. You've probably worked that one out. Give them a glass of water, they won't die. And remember to smile when you give it to them. Excess stimulation. This is taking brains down, because when brains are overstimulated and the stimulated stops, what's happened? The brain goes down. So be very careful on exposure to technology, where the most stimulation's coming from. You don't get overstimulated by sitting on that cliff there and watching those beautiful waves and the birds. It's the technology. The brain can be poisoned. So what poisons the brain?
Vitamin B3, also known as niacin, is a powerful nutrient with remarkable benefits for nerve health. It enhances blood flow to peripheral nerves, ensuring they receive an adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients. This improved circulation is crucial for repairing damaged nerves and preventing further degeneration. Niacin also has anti-inflammatory properties, which are beneficial for conditions like diabetic neuropathy, where inflammation damages the nerves. It reduces oxidative stress, protecting nerve cells from the harmful effects of free radicals. Foods like peanuts, chicken, and whole grains are excellent sources of niacin. Adding niacin-rich foods to your meals, such as turkey, mushrooms, and avocados, is a simple way to benefit from this nutrient. Whether through diet or supplementation, niacin is a vital ally in protecting and repairing your nerves. Healthy fats are crucial for rebuilding the protective myelin sheath around nerves, safeguarding them against damage and improving their functionality.
Your brain is the fattiest organ in the body. It must have fat. The myelin sheath that is around the arm that comes out of the nerve cell, it's mostly fat. If someone's on a fat-free diet, on cholesterol-lowering medication, because that fatty substance is mostly cholesterol and it protects the nerve cell. So if someone's on a fat-free diet, cholesterol-lowering medication, and got a mouthful of mercury and eating fish every day to try and get some more protein, but they're having huge amounts of mercury and big exposure to chemicals, well, that's disaster. There's your Parkinson's disease, there's your multiple sclerosis, there's your dementia and your Alzheimer's, because then the brain cells are getting damaged. So we need to be having nice amounts of fats. How much? Well, not much. It's a very concentrated food. Maybe a teaspoon a meal, maybe not even that. You don't need much. I don't know about you, but I couldn't drink a cup of oil. No, not attractive. But you would be surprised how much oil a person is consuming when they eat a whole meal of, say, fish and chips and scallops, all that fried food. They're almost consuming nearly, probably between half a cup and 3/4 of a cup of fat. And it's damaged fat. That's the fat that is dangerous. There's no doubt about that. But because there are dangerous fats, unfortunately, they've all been classified as dangerous, but they are not. And we need some, our brain needs some. 50% of the membrane around every cell in the body is fat, except for the brain cell, 70% fat. So these are the essential food groups.
Fats are indispensable for nerve health, as they form the building blocks of the myelin sheath, a fatty layer that insulates and protects nerve fibres. Omega-3 fatty acids in particular are essential for repairing and maintaining this sheath. These healthy fats can be found in foods like flax seeds, walnuts, and fatty fish, such as salmon and mackerel. It's equally important to avoid damaged fats, such as trans fats or highly processed oils. These fats can cause inflammation and oxidative stress, further damaging the nervous system. Instead, Focus on incorporating sources of healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Phospholipids, a type of fat found in egg yolks and soy lecithin, are particularly beneficial for brain health. They support the regeneration of nerve cell membranes, ensuring efficient communication between nerves. Staying hydrated is key to maintaining optimal nerve function, as water supports electrical conductivity and the transport of vital nutrients.
Dehydration. In a dehydrated brain, that brain can develop negative thought patterns. Worry. The old saying is, worry is blind and cannot discern the future. All of these can contribute to depression. And so when someone comes to me wanting help with depression, the first thing I do is go through the laws. Brain cells shrink when they don't have enough water. Headaches are common when we don't have enough water. Negative thought patterns can develop when our brain cells don't have enough water. I can get my hand to go in and out like that without pain because around every joint there's fluid. And that fluid is synovial fluid, and it is 99% water. In a state of dehydration, the body can take some water from there to maintain full blood volume in the major arteries and veins, because our brain is 85% water. From the neck down, we're 75% water. Our brain is a hydroelectric system. No hydro, no electricity. A person can actually develop negative thought patterns in a dehydrated brain. And most people know that their headache possibly is due to dehydration. My husband rang me one day, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he was driving, he said, I don't know what's the matter with me, I've got a migraine. I can hardly drive. So you know what my first question always is? How much water have you drank? And he went, oh dear. He said, I haven't drank any water since I woke up this morning. So he woke up in the morning and had water. He had breakfast, must have got busy, had lunch, and now we are 3 in the afternoon. He is chronically dehydrated. So I said to him, please don't drink a whole glass of water. Please just have half a glass of water. A few minutes later, another half glass of water. A few minutes later, let it little by little go in. He said after the first glass, the migraine went to a headache, and after the second glass, the headache went to a dull ache, and after the third glass, he had no headache. Now, isn't it nice if you can resolve every headache just with water? But unfortunately, not every headache is just due to dehydration. But I like to use the process of elimination. Let's try water first. And Dr. Batman Geheldage in that jail was finding all these problems resolving just because he was giving water. In fact, when the politics changed and he was finally released, he said, look, do you mind if I stay? They've never had anyone say that before. He said, I'm right in the middle of this very interesting research. And he's presented at in medical journals, he's presented at medical conferences, and out of all of those talks he gave, he's written the book, One of the Body's Many Cries for Water.
Hydration is vital for nerve health, as water is a primary component of the nervous system. The brain, for instance, is composed of 85% water, while the rest of the body averages 75%. Dehydration can lead to a host of nerve-related issues, including headaches, fatigue, and impaired cognitive function. Hydration also affects the production of cerebrospinal fluid, which cushions the brain and spinal cord. This fluid provides essential nutrients to nerves and removes waste products. A lack of hydration can compromise this protective mechanism, making nerves more vulnerable to damage. To ensure optimal hydration, aim for at least 8 to 10 glasses of water daily and adjust based on activity level and climate. Herbal teas and water-rich foods like cucumbers and watermelon can also contribute to your hydration needs. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the 7 incredible vitamins that can reduce nerve damage and promote overall nerve health. Remember, healing begins with the right knowledge and small, consistent changes in your daily habits. By incorporating these vitamins into your diet, you're giving your nerves the nourishment they need to thrive. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel for more health insights, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear about your journey to better nerve health. Together we can make healthier choices and live more vibrant lives.